Hare Krishna. It is said that Japa is the barometer of spiritual life. Just like a barometer tells about the atmospheric conditions. In the same manner, the Japa is an indication of the quality of our consciousness. Just like the thermometer indicates the fever, whether you have a high fever or you have normal temperature. Similarly, the chanting of the holy name, uh, to the degree it is difficult for us, struggle for us, that much purification is yet to be done. That's the indication. In this world, all living beings are running here and there very busily, uh, engaged in various activities. And in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, uh, driven by the three gunas, the living entities accept self-created duties, considering themselves responsible for so many activities which are unnecessary in this world, and become preoccupied with them, inviting suffering for themselves and giving suffering to others also. Those activities need not be done at all. Just like you see, sometimes a scavenger carries a sack and picking up paper and sometimes broken down bottles, distillery bottles, collecting them and piling up, going from one dustbin to another, as if it's a very important collection. So, in the same manner, the living entity is in accumulating mode in this world. Runs here, runs there, accumulates this, accumulates that. And all those commodities is going to give up and go away at the end. But it is a futile game which he cannot stop playing, in which he will never win. And all his life he spends in self-created duties. So, on the other hand, pure devotees of the Lord like Haridas Thakur. And today is Haridas Thakur Namacharya's appearance day today. And Namacharya chanted 3 lakh names every day, sitting peacefully in Siddhabakul on the instruction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For one to sit down and chant peacefully, a tremendous advancement is required for one to give up those self-created duties and understand that this is the activity which will please the Supreme Lord. So there is a statement Prabhupada makes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Haridas Thakur chanted for the pleasure of Krishna. So if this will give Krishna pleasure by chanting of the holy name, then that's what I will do. I'm ready to do. Today, in ISKCON all across the globe, many devotees chant 3 lakh names. Even in Bombay, Anandamadan Prabhu and many others are chanting. Krishnanand Prabhu, they are chanting 3 lakh names today. They have already gotten up at midnight yesterday. Today. Midnight to midnight, they are completing 3 lakh names. And if somebody cannot do 3 lakh names, at least 2 lakh names, at least 1 lakh name one should try to chant. 1 lakh names is 64 rounds. So, whenever you find chanting a little difficult, you can think of those devotees. How they are able to chant so many rounds. We are hardly struggling. Our life, spiritual life can be such a struggle that even 16 rounds we may barely complete in a day. Some or other drag and finish by the end of the day, which shows our pathetic consciousness. So, therefore, daily we are getting an opportunity to make an attempt to purify our consciousness by chanting the holy name. At least, Prabhupada said 16 good rounds. Prabhupada wrote one letter to Abhinam Prabhu. One should try to do 16 good rounds. And then, over and above that, Prabhupada said, whatever you chant is bonus. One can chant on beads or off beads while traveling here, there. Additionally, one can chant. But 16 good rounds, he said. But festival days, Prabhupada said one can chant more, 25 rounds or 32 rounds. And on such days like today, which is very rare in a year, one can chant 1 lakh names or 2 lakh names, which means 64 rounds or 128 rounds. Which means throw everything aside and just sit with the japa beads and go on chanting. Persistently chant, and mind will gradually become subdued. Initially, mind will protest and throw tantrums. Eventually, it will become subdued and it will patiently hear the holy name. Just like that prostitute who came to allure Haridas Thakur. Initially, she was speaking so many things. But after Haridas Thakur told her to hear the holy name, she became subdued. In 3 days, she became purified. And she started chanting, oh Lord Hari, like that. Then in Benapole, she became a great Acharya. shaved up her head, gave away all her wealth to Brahmins. She went on to become a great Acharya, chanting 3 lakh names every day. She became so exalted just in 3 days association of Haridas Thakur. So, in our life, we have so many responsibilities to do which we think are very important. We have to preach, we have to make devotees, we have to raise funds, we have to put up this, put up that. Okay, whatever we have to do, we have to do. But one should always remember that the fundamental thing in spiritual life is the chanting of the holy name, which is going to ultimately purify us. The chanting will purify and gradually remove the self-created duty mentality also over a period of time. As we develop taste for the holy name and the heart gets purified gradually. But days like today are opportunity to quickly purify and to take leap progress in spiritual life. Every day we make inch by inch progress. Days like today we can make a leap progress by chanting more rounds. And in the company of other devotees sitting in Dwaraka Hall today, many devotees will be chanting, so everybody can join and chant to the best of your ability. Target, aim at 64, possible more or less, but make a goal and try to chant with full attention and throw away all other so-called duties for today. And Prabhupada said, somebody asked Prabhupada, Urja Vrat in Kartik Mas or in Ekadashi Vrata, how many rounds should we chant? Prabhupada said, don't keep the bead bag down. He said, let always be your head inside the bead bag only, he said. That means chant many rounds on these days, because these are occasions for purifying our heart. Otherwise, we know how strong are our lower tendencies, which keep dragging us again and again down. Today is a good chance to beat them up and purify them and drive out those impurities. Just like you wash clothes with surf or some soap, removing all the impurities and making the cloth clean. Similarly, we have the opportunity to make our minds clean by receiving and welcoming the holy name into our hearts. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances and to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desert trees or ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.